Hi friends, in this tutorial series, we'll be looking at how to implement Azure AI agents using the Azure AI Foundry. In the previous tutorial, we looked at what is Azure AI Foundry and how we can use it. In this tutorial, we'll be implementing a simple Azure AI agent Hello World example using the Azure AI Foundry. For this, I'll be taking reference of my website javanews.com. So here go to Azure Agentic AI. Previously, we had looked at what is Azure AI Foundry. In this tutorial, we'll be implementing Azure AI Agent Hello World example using the Azure AI Foundry. So go to this tutorial here. Before we begin the implementation part using the Azure AI Foundry, let us first look at what actually are AI agents and how they came into being. So we can say that the AI movement, it actually started with the release of ChatGPT. Before the release of ChatGPT, not many people knew about AI or it was not that widely used. But once ChatGPT was released, people started using it more widely. After that, there were many LLMs released. Now, training and deploying these LLMs, it is a very costly affair. It costs billions of dollars to just keep them running and giving responses. Initially, when these models were released, we could only chat with them and not do anything more. This was quite useful, but it did not justify the return on investment as billions of dollars were spent on it. So, in order to make these models more useful to justify the billions of dollars being spent on them, it led to the introduction of compound AI systems. So, compound AI systems, they are systems that handle AI tasks by combining multiple interacting components, including multiple calls to models, retrievers, or external tools, rather than relying on a single AI model. Example of compound AI will be combining ChatGPT with web search for better results. For example, ChatGPT does not have up-to-date data, but if I want to know the stock price of Microsoft, then ChatGPT, it can make use of web search to get the latest Microsoft stock price and let us know. Now, the compound AI systems, they become AI agents when we give the LLM the ability to independently take action, make decisions, and work towards the goals over multiple steps. So in case of compound AI systems, we are not just providing the tools to the LLM, but we are also giving it the permission to take whatever steps that it thinks are necessary. To better understand AI agents, let us have a look at an example. So we'll be looking at the travel planning AI agent example. In case of a travel planning AI agent, we just tell the LLM the destination, that is the location to which we want to travel to, the dates, preferences, and some other details. Based on these details, the LLM, it will make use of multiple components like flight booking APIs, hotel booking APIs, past experiences of other travelers, and so on to either book the travel for you or present you with a travel plan. So once you present the AI agent with a problem, the AI agents, they autonomously create plans and execute tasks based on their understanding of the problem. Multiple tools are provided to the AI agents, but it is up to the AI agent to decide which tool to use and when. They have more autonomy and decision making capabilities to function independently. Next, we'll be looking at Azure AI agents. So Azure AI agents, they are of two types, declarative and custom. The declarative Azure AI agents, these are simple AI agents where you define the goal, instructions, and the allowed tools, and the LLM, they autonomously decide the reasoning steps and the tools to be used to produce the results. So in case of declarative AI agent, the LLM, it is in charge of thinking as well as deciding the steps and executing them. The example will be travel recommendation assistant. So no booking will be done, but just some travel recommendation. So it helps the users to plan a trip and explore options. Again, no real world actions like booking flights or hotels are involved. So the user will just say plan a 5-day Goa trip in December under 50,000 for a family. So the LLM will take this prompt, extract the information, perform multiple steps and present with an itinerary. But again, no real bookings are done here. Custom Azure AI agent, they are more complex. For these agents, our application code, they control the workflow and the execution order. And the LLM, it is used as a bounded reasoning component for understanding, ranking, or generating responses. So our application, it is in charge while the LLM, it is only used as an helper. For example, corporate travel booking system. So this involves real flight and hotel bookings. It helps book official company travel safely and compliantly. So the employee just says, book me a flight to Goa next Monday under company policy. In this scenario, the LLM, it will be only used for a specific or a bounded use case, like to know the intent of the user, whereas the actual booking as well as the company policy details, it will be handled by our application code and it will be double checked. So it is more secure, and these custom Azure AI agent, they are much more complex and they help solve real world problems. So let us begin with the implementation part. So in previous tutorial, we had seen what is Azure AI Foundry and also implemented Azure AI Hub and project. So go to this tutorial here. So this Hello World example, you can go through the YouTube video here. In previous tutorial, we had also deployed an Azure AI model. We'll be making use of the same project that we had created in previous tutorial. Also, in this tutorial, we'll be implementing a very simple AI agent which just answers questions similar to the LLM deployment. The only difference with the LLM deployment will be that this AI agent, it has long-term memory. Later, we'll be modifying this example to use Bing Web Searcher, function, RAG, MCP, and all the other features. Also, in this tutorial, we'll be creating and interacting with the AI agent using the Azure portal. In the next tutorial, we'll make use of the Azure AI Foundry SDK code to interact with the AI agent. So go to the Azure portal. So in previous tutorial, in the Azure AI Foundry, we had created a new Azure AI Hub. Inside it, we had created a new project named New Project. So go to this project. So in this project, we had deployed a model which was O3 Mini. Now we'll be creating a new agent in this project. But for creating this agent, we need a more recent model. O3 Mini will not do. So we'll be deploying the GPT-4o model. Select GPT-4o, confirm, deploy. So the GPT-4o model has been deployed. If we now go back to the agents tab here in the agents tab, select the GPT-4o model. So we are creating an Azure AI agent using this deployed GPT-4o model. Click next. So here a new agent it has been created for us. By clicking on this new agent button, you can click multiple single agents. So these are not multi-agent systems. Later we'll be creating multi-agent systems using semantic kernel SDK. So here we have the My Threads tab. Threads, they are very important part of the AI agent. We'll be looking at them in detail. So here go to my agents. So this is the agent that we have just created. You can rename the agent here. So I'll just maybe rename it as Hello World Agent. Next, click on this Prime Playground button. So here in the agents playground, we can see that a thread is associated with this particular agent. So what this thread does is that it stores all the conversation history and state management related to this agent in this thread. So for a single user and agent interaction, a single thread is there. If suppose there are multiple users interacting with this agent, then in each user, it will have its own separate thread. So using this thread, the conversation history between the user and the agent, it gets saved. Also the agent, it can use this conversation history as context to better answer the user query. So here in the prompt, I'll be typing some messages. I'll just ask it to maybe tell me a joke. So here it has told me a joke. If you now go back to agents, go to my threads. So here we can see that the thread, it has stored the conversation history. Let us go back to the playground. Here below we have the knowledge section. So if you click on add, so here we can provide different data sources for our agent for it to perform better. We'll be having a look at these in the next tutorials. Also we have the action section. So click on add. So these are some of the actions that the agent can perform. Like we can provide it with Excel sheet and we can ask it to generate code as well as create graphs and charts from it. Also there is the OpenAPI 3 specified tool and the Azure Logic apps. We'll be looking at these in details in the next tutorials. Hope you have understood this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we'll be making use of the Azure AI Foundry SDK for implementing the Azure AI agent.